5:01 p.m. October 28th, 2025. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. Here's one of our stars, Critter. Wake up. There we go. That's better. He likes to live, laugh, smell good. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's a good air freshener that hangs on the rearview mirror. It's about 71 degrees. My car says it's 72. But it's usually off by a degree or two. And a little windy. And I'll go ahead and I forgot to do it yesterday. Please subscribe right here. There's a trash bag in the middle of the road. And there's my PayPal right there. And this is part of the show where you get to watch me pick up food and drop it off at your doorstep. I occasionally will talk about music and movies. And I'm putting together a novel. I don't know. I'll work on it here and then. I did this morning. I'm reading a book, but I don't want to talk about the book because it's a novel. I'll just give you a hint. It's a children's story. You can kind of see it when I do my ramen noodle dining vlog. When I have ramen noodle and mix it with different vegetables and various meats. All right, so you can obviously tell I'm a struggling artist. I have an acting background. Decided to vlog about 5 years ago. I've been on YouTube for more than 10 years, believe it or not. People don't realize. I had another channel called Pigeon 1. It had a possible narrative documentary called Bulb. That's all in mostly dailies. And it's still there. Started it in White Settlement, Texas, about 2010. Then I switched over to this channel, the Cole Spivey channel, right before I left for Maine, where I attempted to write another biographical novel, I guess you could say. I changed the names to everybody, even myself, and some fictions in it. And I've been writing since like 1991. Or maybe before then, I guess since elementary school, I guess you could say. The book that I'm reading right now is a children's book. Here comes a butterfly. I'll give you a hint, it's got a swan in it. That's all I'll say. I feel like books about swans. But my novel's very complex and don't know where it's coming from, but it's definitely great creative exertion. All right. Got that out of the way. The please subscribe, PayPal, me trying to write a novel, kitty or critter, and sometimes I talk about. Last night I talked about the KEXP Mary and the Junkyard that was released yesterday. It's a UK band. They started it about 5 years ago. All right, and I think I probably talked about Richard Buckner, another artist that I found. I always try to find new music because I'm on the road so much. All right, here we go. All right, got one at Sweet Green, 5:19 arrival, 1 minute, 450 feet. That sign is so dark for some reason. It says Sweet Green. Sweet life. All right, Sweet Green on its way. 5:32 arrival, 7 minutes, 2.2 miles for the delivery. All right, this Sweet Green's going to Cook's Medical. Or actually, it's Cook Children's Medical. In the lobby. Yeah, they constructed a pumpkin for the entrance of Cook Children's. It's got air blowing through it the entire time. Cook Children's Medical. All right, got one at Pho District, 5:44 arrival, 6 minutes, 1.6 miles. Pho is also pronounced Pho, so Pho District. It's Thai food. All right, this is known as the 7th Street Bridge. It goes over the Trinity River. And at night, it lights up different colors, sometimes purple, sometimes blue, sometimes green, sometimes every color in the rainbow. And Pho District is straight down this way. And I believe on Museum Way, you turn to the left. It's right there next to Chewy's. Pho District. It's Vietnamese. All right, next one is Rodeo Goat. 5:56 arrival, 5 minutes, 1.1 mile for the pickup. There's the rodeo goat. Alright. Looks like it's right next to Rodeo Goat at El Chingham. Right here. All right. Next one is Rodeo Goat on its way. 6:14 arrival, 10 minutes, 4.8 miles for the delivery. By the way, this song is hilarious by Patsy Jean Harlan. Flicking my bean. Yeah, Patsy Jean Harlan wrote a song called Flicking My Bean. It's almost funny as another song I heard last night, which is a joke song. But I'm not going to repeat it though. when I went to Las Vegas with my second wife a long time ago, they had these monks sitting on a pole, like they were kind of sitting cross-legged, and they would run the PVC pipe through the costume and it'd make like a chair they could sit on. So they're like holding it with one hand. Kind of looked like that witch with the broomstick. They do. I don't know if they still do it, but it was a magic group that was out in Vegas on the sidewalks. All right, Zavon playing Werewolves of London. Get a little clip of it here. There it goes. And we're gonna go to Polito's. 6:30 arrival, 1 minute. We'll be there at 0.3 miles for the delivery. Polito's. I used to work for him for the summer when I was doing Hip Pocket Theater. Mario told me to go there. Bless his soul. Great, I needed to make it cold. Oh, wow. Okay. You'll have to find out for yourself. I don't see what company it is. Back in the day. All right, Polito's on its way. 6:40 arrival, 3 minutes, 0.8 mile for the delivery. Flying fish, $1.50. Gulf oysters every Sunday, right after church. Get yourself some oysters. All right, got one at Whataburger, 6:46, 2 minutes, 0.7 mile for the pickup. Whataburger on its way, 7:03 arrival, 8 minutes, 2.7 miles for the delivery. Rodeo goat again. 7:16, 6 minutes, 1.1 mile for the rodeo goat. Huh. Renaissance Tattoo is right above Rodeo Goat. Good tattoos going on right there. This is the goat pickup. Old people getting in vans. Platinum enforcement coming by them. Rodeo goat on its way. 7:29 arrival. 4 minutes, 0.9 mile for the delivery. It's a tight spot in Rodeo goat. right, 7-Eleven on our way. 7:36 arrival, 4 minutes, 1 mile for the pickup. Well, it looks like someone already picked it up. AA batteries or something like that. All right, Chick-fil-A, going for the pickup. 7:42, 2 minutes, 0.5 mile for the pickup. All right, Chick-fil-A on its way, 7:59 arrival, 10 minutes, 2.9 miles for the delivery. Well, it looks like they turned the lights off again on the bridge, West 7th Bridge. I don't know. There we go. There's one. Have to revamp that one.
I like to pet, and every evening we get set.
Who's that coming down the street? Who's that looking so petite? Who's that coming down to meet me here? Who's that? You know who I mean?
Alright, this is an ER drop.
You're miles away from here. Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't see maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. Yes, ma'am, we've decided. No matter invited now. By the way, oh, by the way, when we reach the preacher, I'll say we see him. Yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir, that's my baby now.
This is Missile. Right, got a Whataburger on Valentine, 8:30 arrival, 5 minutes, 1.2 mile for the pick. We got the new flags out, Whataburger. 24 hours. Texas, New York, as they say. New York City never sleeps, neither does Whataburger. But the closest you're gonna get, to some degree. All right, Whataburger going to Holiday Inn, 8:44 arrival, 6 minutes, 2.6 miles for the delivery.
Come on down to the headstone. You're right there and we're all alone.
Kind of like about 3. Just have coffee. All right. Papa John's pickup, 9:03 arrival. 6 minutes, 2.1 miles for the pickup. All right, Papa John's on its way. 9:22 arrival, 9 minutes, 2.8 miles for the delivery. There it is, United States Postal Office, Fort Worth, Wyatt C. Hedrick. Started building it in 1931, completed in 1933. Uses Beaux Arts, Renaissance, well, French neoclassicism, and Baroque and Renaissance. Pulling up an Omni over this way. He's gonna meet me in ballet. I thought I got a 20-ounce Mountain Dew, but he actually got a 2-liter. It says so on that. Now I get out of this. Don't park there too long. The valet guys will start tugging on your door. The invisible passenger. Oh wow. Looks like we got a bike brigade. Yeah, on UNT, when they used to do this in the middle of the street, they called it critical mass. I always forget the name of that, but for some reason I didn't forget it tonight. You know, they called it critical mass. So they get in the middle of traffic. But this doesn't look like that's big of a protest. They're going to TMP station. St. Paul Lutheran's Church. To him be glory forever, Ephesians 3:21. Toasted Chiba coming up, 10:03 arrival, 4 minutes, 1.5 mile for the... All right, this Toasted Chiba hut is on its way. 10:16 arrival, 5 minutes, 1.3 miles for the delivery. That's the little mobile unit. Chiba hut. And there's the restaurant. Way over there. Toasted Subs. Fast running cat. All right, got a wing stop on 8th Street. 10:26 arrival, 3 minutes, 1.3 mile for the pickup. Right, going to the TCU Hyatt Place. 10:35 arrival, 2 minutes, 1 mile for the delivery. There's the back parking lot. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I think I have done a drop here before. They're from Illinois. All right, Pizza Hut on our way. 10:41 arrival, 1 minute, 0.2 mile for the pick. Let me show you what's bad about the store. Watch. They need to fix that thing. When you're leaving, don't push too hard on the door. It'll swing back and get you. Pizza Hut on its way, 11 arrival, 10 minutes, 4.5 miles for the delivery. All right, headed towards the George, which is by the Clear Fork area that's recently somewhat new, and usually meet in between two buildings. It's kind of in the shopping area called the Clear Fork Shopping Mall. It's like an outdoor mall. They've got a movie theater and a bunch of other stuff. And this is Bel Air. Kind of drops. It's got a lot of lights in the trees and stuff. So going into the Clearview shopping area, I guess, it's a long little winding drive that's mostly trees and stuff. They have a park, well, it's more like a bike trail over here, known as next to the Press Cafe. So there's a Press Cafe and a bike trail this way. And there's like a sign that says Discover, eventually another sign that says Legacy, and those are the shopping areas. Now, among the shopping areas, you're going to have a huge apartment complexes all around there. Usually they'll meet you between the buildings. This sign says Vision. And yeah, the Press Cafe is that way, which is a really nice cafe. And then next to that is a bike shop, and then beyond that is the Trinity River, where they launch a lot of the bikes there. And they have horseback riding and stuff that comes through there. It's a heavy traffic when it comes to sport travel and thing along the sidewalk along Trinity, and joggers and walkers and hikers. This is the George. Believe it or not, it's an apartment complex. We're on Gage. Elia Kazan's nickname was Gage. And that is the George. Alright. And that's Clear Fork shopping area. Alright, that's like the mall area of Clearview. Clearview Shops, what they call it, I think. And then there's like a little avocado right here. And some type of windmill thing. This one. Done a lot of little vlogs here when I used to pick up for Favor. There's the windmill. You can walk underneath it. There's an Neiman Marcus. Down that way is a movie theater. Be a little great zombie sequence if anyone wanted to make a zombie film. If you shoot it around 11 o'clock. No one's out here this late. But I mean, I wouldn't recommend it unless you get zoning permits, or you're quick. Set up all your zombies and got everything in a matter of 30 minutes and then left. You might do it. Security's, yeah, they probably definitely question. Like, well, we're just doing a student film about zombies. We'll be done in 30 minutes. Other than that, then you need a zoning permit. They've got like a Thai Vietnamese restaurant, Malay kitchen. Then there's the movie theater. So if you lived here, you'd have access to a lot of entertainment. AMC Dolby. Parking garage central, so you could just walk right out of the parking garage and go to any of the restaurants. There's Pinstripes too, which is a bowling bistro. Bouquet, which is an old Roman game. Something like that. I looked it up a couple times. There's probably about 20 restaurants all the way down this way. Doc's Bees is really popular. Clear your forward. Waterburger on our way. 11:25 arrival. 2 minutes, 0.2 mile for the pickup. All right, Waterburger on its way. 11:46 arrival, 8 minutes, 2.8 miles for the delivery.
Sometimes I wait for the cold wind to blow as I struggle with myself right now, as I let the darkness in. But I don't mind.
All right, this is Como Lake right here. Kind of a place we avoided as kids. It doesn't look as bad as it probably used to be. They've turned it into something pretty nice.
And I don't mind you disappearing. Never coming back.
Looks like they're closed for scheduled maintenance until tomorrow morning, I think. I think it says 6 to, or 8 to 6 or something like that. From 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. to tomorrow morning. At Taco Bell, Valentine, 12:24, 4 minutes, 1.8 mile for the pickup.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell.
All right, last one for tonight. Taco Bell on its way. 12:37 arrival, 6 minutes, 1.5 mile for the delivery. Kitty, we gotta learn to share. So the outdoor kitties are gonna have shreds and gravy. It's from Special Kitty. Here we go with today's kitty. There's one kitty, 9 lives. And each life has a number, numbers 1 through 9. Swirl the cat food. And pick a cat food. Today's kitty will be having Temptation, bites and gravy. Seafood medley flavor. With salmon and flavors of shrimp. High quality protein. All right, kitty. 1 scoop. And 2. 2 will do. He likes to knock it off. And we're having a medley of stuff. So we're gonna do the ramen noodle. Bam. Ramen noodle. Cut up some beef sausage, carrots, a little bit of spinach. This it's a bell pepper. Let me get the sticker off that. Some broccoli, a little bit of avocado, and probably the rest of this chipotle kit, cheddar kit. I don't know what this is, like chopped chipotle kit. And let's chop it all up. And I got some QT sauces, ranch and sriracha. We've got our carrots, which is our beta carotene, our vitamin C, which is our bell pepper. And we got some broccoli, which is also high in vitamin C. We start with putting that in there. This right now, cook. We add the carrots, a little bit of avocado, and of course the spinach lines. Did put the avocado in there. Now we're going to dump this. We'll start the timer. All right, we'll just do it for three almost 4 minutes, I guess. Carrots. A little bit of lemon. And we're about the 2-minute mark, so we can go ahead and mush this up a bit. Cooking beef sausage. We're going to add 2 things to keep flavoring it. Go ahead and add it early and then late. Flavoring. We'll just mix that up there. We'll add some more beef flavoring in a minute. That sausage in there, really good. Mouth watering. The carrots. Add this early, so notice when you add it late, you don't have the water right. It's not soupy enough. So, 52 seconds, and I did a whole 4 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and lower it. The last part of it, the last 45 seconds. Pepper in there, carrot in there. We'll add this in just about 50 more seconds. Actually 30 more seconds. just about ready. And this time I'm just going to add just a touch of this extra virgin olive oil. Just a touch of it while it's cooking. Not more than that. Just stir that up. I like a little bit of olive oil with that beef. Lots of flavoring. And we're going to go with this Italian sauce right here. Right on that beef sausage. And probably a little bit of this garlic and herb. Let's mix that up about right there. And go ahead and add the next one. That's about right on the water too. So I'm gonna make it kind of like a soup. I've been doing this for quite a bit of time. I'm pretty good at it. A little more red pepper. Pepper's kind of messy, so I'm going to pepper it here. Steaming bowl, ramen with beef sausage, spinach, broccoli, carrots, bell pepper, peanuts, and I put all different types of sauces in it. Zesty herb and garlic, and Italian sauce. There it is. And it's steaming hot. And for later, whenever it's down to the noodles, I'll add some of this right here, this chipotle gourmet. All right, let's see what's on. Oh, something with Tommy Lee Jones. There I am. And the drug boats strike Los Angeles. Okay. German in Venice is coming home. There's something on Jesse Plemons. And nightly news. I'll find something. Okay, there's something will be on. Now, let's get to the table. Welcome to the table. It's really good with the sauce that I put in there. And I put some extra pepper on there too. Oh, so that sausage. Yeah, too much sauce can be bad. You want to get it just right. And I put some of olive oil. You can taste some of the olive oil in there too. For later on. And I'll add this later. And of course, iced tea. All right. You have a good one. Let's see. What shall we watch? That's something on Tom Petty. A lot of stuff. Yeah, I do this walking tour, Highland Park, Tom D, NYC. Here we go, and Trent the Traveler. It's something on David Byrne. We'll find something.